Oh my god.
Hi, girlies. Hello, Jenny.
Hi, Bria.
Good evening.
Good evening, children.
How's it going?
I'm pissed.
Why?
Why, do you ask?
Why?
Because these women are fucking up.
Who?
They're fucking up.
Who?
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 Tell them who.
Nicki, Barbara, Barbie, Minaj. I don't know her real name. That's not her real name.
Onika.
Onika?
Yeah, her real name's Onika.
Oh, you would know that, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't know. I'm not a barb, okay? And I
thought
even...
Bria was a barb.
When
and this
have
week, it's very convenient that she's not a barb anymore.
When have you ever seen me go, "Ruh, ruh"? You've never seen me do that. Ever. You've never seen that, have you?
What are her personalities?
Her personalities? Roman?
That's good enough.
There's a British one.
Yeah.
Take your medication, Roman. Listen, I had to defend myself yesterday at a shoot. I was trapped in the elevator. Jenny has employed me. We're working together again in multiple ways.
I can't get enough.
And I was accused of being a barb, which is so offensive now more than ever. And I had to clarify, I'm not a barb. I am a Drake fan. And as a result, I am familiar with Nicki and I have heard a lot of her songs, but I do not. If I opened up my Spotify right now, you would not see a single song saved by Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
Not a single one.
Well, I will say for me, I've always been a rap fan, but I don't know. I've never been a Nicki fan. I've liked some of her music, but I've never been a fan of hers.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why. And then Cardi B comes on the scene and I gravitated. I thought it was cool that she also rapped her first song in Spanish.
I love Cardi B, yeah.
She was the first one to do that, and I feel like she is for the girls. Now,
did you ever watch Rhythm and Flow on Netflix?
Yeah.
An amazing judge on Rhythm and Flow.
She's hilarious.
She is so funny.
Also Love and Hip Hop,
right.
Yeah.
Iconic.
So I was pissed. I'm just pissed seeing what's happening. And I wanted to get to the bottom of it, and I wanted to talk about it in our updates before we get into what's really going on.
But before that, should we tell them what we smoked this evening?
Yes, we should tell them what we smoked.
Tell them, girl.
Lowell Smokes. We're big fans. We continue to smoke these. They're great. They're really little. There's 10 of them in a pack.
Honestly, it's the perfect size to split for two people, I think.
Can smoke one by myself.
Damn,
yeah.
Really?
Yes.
And be medium high, or you get really high?
I'm pretty high.
Okay.
Yeah. Not right now.
No, I could. Yeah, I could see how you could smoke one by yourself, but it's a good split.
Yeah,
too.
They have little matches at the top. Shout out to Lowell Smokes. Thank you. Okay.
Now let's get into it.
I was in the bathtub for over an hour last night, and I wrote 10 reasons why Nicki can step the fuck off of Megan Thee Stallion's neck. And if you're living under a fucking rock, there was a song that came out last week called Hiss that Megan Thee Stallion put out that is basically a diss track about Nicki Minaj. And
do we know that, though, for certainty?
Yes.
How do we know that?
I mean, Megan didn't confirm it, but there's just so many lyrics in there that
the only lyric is what are the other lyrics besides the Megan's Law?
Here. The Megan's Law, which one you want to tell the people what that is?
I don't really know what it is.
Oh. Okay, hold on. Megan's Law. I thought you did. No? Okay, well.
It's a crime thing. A kid got kidnapped or something.
Megan's Law is the name for a federal law in the United States requiring law enforcement authorities to make information available to the public regarding registered sex offenders. And that is a direct hit at Miss Minaj because her husband is a registered sex offender. We'll get into that in my 10 reasons.
Right. And so far, I'm not seeing anything false that she said in this diss track. Are you?
The Hiss lyrics go as such, and they go deep as far as, I want to clear my name on everything, and that like bitches get 24 hours of attention about me. That is very much directed at Nicki Minaj with her goddamn unhinged Instagram lives.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, I felt like the line. Ooh, what?
I can never be judged by a bitch that was dancing making R. Kelly go viral.
There you go. Y'all goofy ass hoes look so dumb every time y'all celebrate fake news.
Oof.
The Teflon Don in the courtroom.
I love that reference. I went through a mafia obsession.
All these little rap so fraud. Xanax be the hardest bars.
Oh, shit.
Oh, don't speak on my body count if the dick ain't worth coming back for seconds.
Okay, that's not Nicki Minaj.
That's not. Anyway, let's get into the 10 reasons why Nicki can step the fuck off of Megan's neck. Okay?
Period, yeah.
I'm going from, like, what's in chronological order, kind of. So, the first reason, in 2024, we uplift women. We don't put them down. And if you haven't heard the saying, rising tides lift all boats, that is what we should be doing. Why are you, Nicki Minaj, constantly trying to put other female rappers down? You don't feature anyone in your own songs. You're only featured on their songs. And you don't really go on other big female rappers' songs. You also don't give credit where credit is due before you. You act like you're the first female rapper.
Period.
Second, Nicki is that mean girl in school who says, if you're my friend, you don't hang out with people that I don't like. Okay, so let me get into this. She is that mean girl that when, let's say, you're at school and you're friends with a bully and they're like, I don't fuck with, like, Jenny. If you are friends with her and I'm not friends with her, we're not friends anymore. What the fuck?
I used to do that. I specifically remember doing that.
Why?
You know what? I did it, and then the person responded to me, and they said, well, she hasn't done anything to me. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's fine. I was like, you know what? That's interesting.
Okay, but this is what happened. So I don't know if you know. I'm going to tell you. So Megan had her Hot Girl Summer song, which blew her up. Nicki is featured on there. Megan then is asked to do WAP with Cardi. And she does.
An iconic song.
She does WAP and doesn't clear it with Nicki. And Nicki stops talking to her. And then Nicki unfollows her on Instagram. And then Nicki puts a diss track out after diss track out after diss track out. Or at least 2. And, like, why can't you be on... Why do you have to not be on Cardi's because you're only with Nicki?
I get it. Yeah,
that's
fucked
up.
Yeah.
That's some mean girl shit.
That is. It's very immature.
It's a little different, I think, than
that
what
is
you're
different.
saying.
I was in middle school when this was happening, and this is like a damn near 40-year-old woman. Right. So
you're older than everybody.
Come on
Number
now.
3. Of all women, you're perpetrating negative stereotypes of black women by calling her Bigfoot because Nicki's diss track is called Bigfoot. The picture of the album artwork is Nicki's boot in a big footprint, which is basically depicting like black women are big monsters or like Bigfoot. Number 3 is basically Nicki is perpetrating or perpetuating negative stereotypes of black women by calling her Bigfoot. Also, her first diss track that's probably about Megan Thee Stallion is called Seeing Green, like another Hulk-esque reference. And she was in She-Hulk, so that's also probably another reason.
Wow. I would think it was like, you're seeing green, you're envious.
Maybe that. I think it's Hulk related, but... And then she also had a diss track called Red Ruby, or Ruby Red. So, like, people are like, oh, well, Megan started it. It's like, no, she didn't. She's responding to, like, what her unhinged behavior has been like. And unfollowing someone, like, just put them on mute. If you really... But you're trying to start some shit.
Yeah, I mean... I'll give her the millennial benefit of the doubt because I wasn't aware or didn't remember that you could mute people until very recently. So I was just unfollowing.
Oh my God.
Okay. So not everybody knows that you can do that.
You mute and not unfollow. Unless they're a toxic person. But anyway, I mean, like, physically toxic. But the next one, number 4, we don't condone victim shaming. Megan Thee Stallion is also being victim shamed in this song because Nicki is saying that she wasn't actually shot. Where's the scar? Like, you don't have a scar on your foot. Well, Tory Lanez was actually convicted of shooting her.
Also,
so
like, why are you calling?
Why
like,
are we talking about that?
It's like she acknowledges that she was shot and then goes back and says, you're lying. Yeah. Like, which one is it?
There's no conversation. Like, she was shot. He was convicted. End of story. Number 5. And this one really fires me up because there's some fucked up shit going on. You don't make fun of someone's dead mother. Period. Oh. What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Why? And then people are going to her gravesite and vandalizing it. You're sick.
Honestly, the Barb's behavior during all of this has been absolutely insane. They're doxing everyone, which, by the way, just so you know, doxing someone carries a major penalty.
What does that mean?
Like leaking, like when people are posting TikToks critiquing Nicki Minaj right now, people are in their comments posting their addresses, their phone numbers, their mom's name.
That's what that means.
And contacting their family members and like threatening to kill them and shit.
That's a scammer.
That is so deranged. And all of y'all can be tracked. Like, IP addresses are so easy to pull. We can immediately tell where you are and know who you are and report you to the fucking police.
Number 6. The fact that Nicki Minaj in her song is insinuating that Megan Thee Stallion fucked her way to the top or sucked her way to the top is fucking hypocritical because Nicki was literally accused of the same shit when she was with Young Money, with Drake, and Lil Wayne.
I never fucked Wayne. I never fucked Drake.
Hello?
All my life, man, fuck's sake.
Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Is it true? I don't think so. I don't
think it's true. I think that it is very easy from a misogynist lens to tear down a woman by saying, you couldn't get here without fucking a man. You couldn't get here without servicing a man. It's like the oldest insult in the book, frankly.
It's horrendous. Number 7. Making fun of getting work done when you've literally had work done yourself.
Miss BBL. Come on now.
Like, your butt is fake as shit. Your boobs are fake as shit. You've definitely had tummy tuck or liposuction. And I have personally witnessed Megan Thee Stallion's cellulite on her ass. I have seen it up close. If
you have a BBL, you still have cellulite.
That girl does not have a BBL.
I don't think that Megan Thee Stallion has a BBL.
Her legs match her butt.
Exactly.
She might have a smaller waist right now, but she's been working out like crazy because that is also how she releases her anxiety from all the fucked up people online. Mm-hmm. And she still has boobs and she still has a butt. So I don't know. Maybe she got a little bit of help on her stomach. Her face looks the goddamn same. She has had no work done there. Yeah. If she's had Botox, we've all done that. So like, what are you doing? Also,
she's got fantastic teeth as well. Like, and those are from braces. You know. Oh. Those are braces teeth, really? Not veneers.
She real.
They are.
Number 8. Let me say this clearly. Nicki's husband was convicted of attempted rape in 1994. And then in 2019, he failed to register as a sex offender when he moved to California with his wife.
Megan's Law.
Nicki Minaj. Megan's Law. Hashtag Megan's Law. And then he was placed on house arrest and is still on house arrest and has to pay a fine. And he is currently on probation. He is currently on probation for attempted rape. So all you out there who are all about, like, we are for women, we believe women, hello? Why would you marry why would you marry someone who is a sex offender?
Let's not even talk about how she was threatening and trying to talk his accuser out of testifying or moving forward with the charges. Yeah. Attacking her on Twitter and shit.
Yeah.
Nicki was.
Yeah. So what the fuck are you talking about that, that was 15 years ago and it wasn't like, whatever. No, he broke the law like recently, as of like 3 years ago, 5 years ago. So don't even start. She also wants to say that, which is number 9, that Megan Thee Stallion didn't earn her Grammys because she doesn't know how to rap or flow or whatever. You know how many Grammys Nicki's won?
How many Grammys has Nicki won?
0.
Oh, she's won 0.
Goose egg. And you've had some bops, girl, but like, you can't talk. You've won none. And I know like what you're going to say about the Grammys and blah, 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 blah. But she earned her Grammys.
Listen,
and you got to give her flowers.
Just because you haven't gotten one doesn't mean that you take down everyone who has.
It's disgusting. Number 9. That was number 9. And number 10. And this is going to be controversial.
Uh-oh. This whole section is going to be controversial.
I will say, I think that Nicki Minaj seriously does need help. Mentally needs help. Because she is turning into Kanye West. I said it.
That's a big statement.
Was that too much?
I mean, she did compliment Ben Shapiro directly. So there are similarities. There are.
There are similarities.
You can't deny that there are similarities.
And, I think you can... Whoops. Yeah, I mean, there are similarities. I think she can stop it now and get help, but she's going down a road where she could end her career. And I don't even know if Kanye's career has fully ended.
No, definitely not.
But it's circling the drain. So that's what I have to say. It pisses me off because we should be uplifting women. Nicki could be doing so much with the power that she has. And she just wants to tear women down.
It's honestly tragic. I hate to see women who are already in a difficult industry. Not only are you a woman, not only are you a black woman, not only are you in a male-dominated industry, and y'all are coming after other women?
That doesn't happen it does happen in other industries, but like Blakely, shout out to Blakely Thornton. Like, he said it really well. Like, black actresses wouldn't be tearing each other down. They're trying to lift each other up.
You think that Issa Rae and Quinta Brunson are like... Quinta's like, fuck Issa Rae, like, she doesn't deserve her show. Like, no, they're not doing that. They're making their own shows.
And look at every other fucking female rapper out there. They're really, there's some that are a little out there that are not trying to do this, but most of them, they're trying to help each other out because they want to continue their longevity. Like, if you look at before Nicki, there was really only like one female rapper at a time. True. And then, like, it's opened up doors for so many other women. Don't you want to do that?
Not everybody wants to.
All right, what's really going on, Bria?
What's really going on besides rapper on rapper beef is Vanderpump Rules, and we are huge Vanderpump Rules watchers. You binged it after the Scandoval, right?
Yeah, I never watched it before.
I watched it before, but after the Scandoval, I started from the beginning because I really wanted to get the full picture of what was going on. And full picture we got, and it continues on with season 11, which premiered yesterday. What are your what were your feelings going into it? Like, obviously Tom Sandoval is going to be on it. We know Raquel's not going to be on it. Ariana's obviously on it. Whose side are you on? Like, are you thinking that Ariana is going to be moving on this season? Are you thinking she needs to stay petty? Like, what's happening?
I think she's moving on, and I think everyone else is being petty because I think that girl is too busy to be hung up on stuff. I think she's fighting to get the house sold and not have him have the house. And then other than that, and she's also trying to open her restaurant. Like, I don't think she is in the minutia, whereas like it seems like from the trailer, Sheena and Lala are like petty about not having the spotlight also on them.
Oh.
That's my hot take.
Whoa, that is a hot take. I feel like, this season is picking up 3 months after Scandoval, so it's still quite fresh. But I almost feel like after a few months, almost a year, whatever, like it's been almost a year at this point that we're watching it, hasn't it?
Almost.
Yeah. I feel like she's moved on. We all got to move on. Like,
yeah.
That guy's a loser. I'm sorry. Tom Sandoval, he's
unhinged.
He's unhinged. He's not a good guy. We all know this. Stop platforming him if you don't like him, and then just we can all move on. That's how I feel.
I think that he is one of the most like fucked up from this whole situation, and it's gotten worse. And it's very eye-opening from the first episode that like his childhood best friend like dies like in the midst of all this happening. I think like a month or two after like Ariana finds out. And so he doesn't even get to grieve his friend. And we listened to like the Nick Viall podcast, the Viall Files. And it was really interesting to hear him talk about like how he's just starting to grieve his friend, which obviously can like traumatize someone. And then on top of being the most hated person, like
it's a lot for sure.
I think it's going to be a long time until therapy is actually working for him because he's still shifting the blame.
Yeah.
The whataboutism.
The whataboutism of it all. How do you feel about, like, one of the first scenes is Ariana talking about how she wants to sell the house and Tom wants to buy her out and keep living in it. Like, my initial reaction is, Ariana, just take the money. He's offering her over $1 million from what they paid for it, which, to be honest, I feel like is comparable or maybe even more than what they would get if they put it on the market. You don't want to live there. You're not going to be hanging out with him.
But to play devil's advocate,
let it go.
Why do you need to stay there?
Exactly.
Oh, you're saying that he should sell the house. I thought you were saying he should stay there.
No, I'm saying Ariana should not care as much as she does.
But why do you need to stay in the house? Why do you want to stay there?
Who cares? I'm moving out. I hate that house now. It has horrible memories. Good luck in the negative energy of this house. Thank you for my money. Fuck off. Goodbye.
Well, I just don't think it's that easy for them to do that. They are constantly with each other, and it's just like, whether they want to or not. In the first episode, she's at Tom. Like, I think if it's it's like a taunting thing. Like, he's taunting this house in front of her in a way. And it's like, just move on. Sell the house. You don't need the house. And she can be petty about it. She's allowed to be petty about it because they're still involved in some way in each other's lives, I think.
I think she's allowed to be petty about it. Not because of that necessarily, but because, like, he's an asshole. Be petty. Who gives a fuck? Like, make his life hard if you want to.
Yeah.
I just don't see why the emotional attachment is still there.
But it's like, if you keep the house, it kind of feels like you won. You won.
I think that's like what it probably feels like to her, and I don't understand that feeling.
Well, I think she's entitled to feel that way, though. You shouldn't have.
Yeah, and I mean, she's entitled to feel however.
Keep the house that you both worked on so hard when you fucked up, and you still are not really that remorseful of it.
Yeah,
he's not.
For sure.
He keeps shifting the blame. He's whataboutism. Like, he keeps being like, well, you know, I fucked up, but she treated me like shit. Well, I fucked up, but Raquel was in her 20s and had a whipped cream bikini. Like, what? No. I think if he was more remorseful, I think if he truly, which he isn't, this is not possible, I think, for this man at this point. If he said to her, I'm so sorry. I fucked up and I ruined our lives and I ruined what we had together. And I understand if you want to hate me for the rest of your life. And I am so remorseful what I did because I was selfish. I think she might be a little more like working with him. But he's not.
I think he would also have to leave the show.
Yeah, he would have to fully be out of her life.
Like, have nothing to do with me. I never want to see you again. I don't want to be associated with you in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tom, another Tom got a lot of screen time this episode. And you know what? I have a soft spot for Schwartzy. I really do.
I think I understand the soft spot more now after listening to the Vile podcast. Like, I just didn't get it because he just seemed like such a dumbass because he keeps going along with this toxic person. But now I see that he's just really trying to be a good friend, and he is a good person. Whether or not he, like, cheated on his wife and threw a drink in her face and all that stuff, like, yes, he did some bad stuff, but, like, you can tell in his soul that he is, like, he's genuinely trying to be a friend for someone who has been with him for his almost half his life. So
yeah,
I understand it, and I feel bad for him. Like, he has had a horrible year as he goes into the episode, like, gets a divorce, his best friend goes through the scandal that he gets in the ringer with, the investments that they have, Tom and Schwartz and Sandy's, are beyond like not doing well, and like people are going there and like being horrible to waitresses. Like, he has had a fucked year because of his shitty friend.
That to me is why I truly do not understand why they are still friends.
I mean, I think he's just like a really good person. Like, Tom Schwartz wants to be there for Sandoval because he knows like there are good qualities to him, even though like I truly think that Schwartz would still be married and still be like doing well in his life if he wasn't friends with Sandoval.
That was like one of the major issues that Katie brought up. Like, you never take my side. You always choose Tom over me. Like, that relationship is not doing him any favors.
Yeah.
I get that he's nice. I understand the obligation he feels, but it just gets me. I completely agree with James Kennedy saying you are the best Tom when you're just Tom and not Tom. It's so true. Without Tom Sandoval, Tom Schwartz is better. He's so way more likable.
He's funny. He's nice.
Yeah, like, he's kind of sweet. Yeah. Like, I don't know. He's fucked up though, but
well,
I feel like Sandoval makes it worse.
Between the two Toms, there's another person in the middle of that, and that's Greg too.
Oh, Greg. Greg is the one who is not in this conversation, and he needs to be, frankly, because Greg is suffering. Greg is their partner at Schwartz and Sandy's, and we actually went to Schwartz and Sandy's when we were coming up with the idea for High Girlies. It was an impromptu brainstorm / ideation dinner. And Greg came to our table and sat with us for, no joke, like 45 minutes. And
we exchanged phone numbers.
We love Greg so much.
But like in a business way. We exchanged phone numbers.
Yes. I believe he's married with kids.
Yes. And I'm taken too. But shout out to Greg. To say,
like, he really was eye-opening about how bad it got with the reviews and people coming in trying to like fight people who work there. And he said that people were going to the health inspector and saying that they had snakes in the restaurant, and they were referring to Tom Sandoval and Raquel. They were the snakes, but the health inspector
took that seriously.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Schwartz, come on now.
So I'm excited to see what they do with Schwartz and Sandy's, because it sounds like it's going to get a name change and a rebrand.
Yes,
and Tom Sandoval's going to move back because their food was pretty good.
I thought it was
better
good
than Tom, and it was better than Sir, in my opinion.
The tuna tacos,
good.
The tuna poke tacos.
Yep.
The lobster corn dog.
Those were so good.
It actually is really good. Like, it's a great apps and drinks place.
It's great.
For sure.
It's in a good location. Do you want to talk about Lala?
Yes.
All right.
Lala.
Let's get into La. Follow La.
La.
Yeah. She is different in this season. And I truly feel like, so in the first episode, she is talking about like how Raquel should not be punished for being the mistress.
Mind you, at the reunion, this woman is screaming at Raquel the entire time that she's out there.
And all of last season. is screaming at her about, like, bitch, we aren't the same. Like, I was never the other woman.
No,
like,
Raquel was telling Lala,
Yeah.
like, bitch, you are the second woman or the other woman, whatever. And she was like, no, you and I are not the same, girl. You and I are not the same.
So why all of a sudden you change? To me, like, Lala is not a good actress. So it just doesn't feel genuine at all that you want to just, like, go and call Raquel. You never fucking liked her.
No, I feel like Lala was the wrong person for the producers to ask to do that.
Yeah.
I get the mistress connotation or whatever, but Lala does not like that girl. Honestly, they should have had Sheena do it.
No, they should have had Katie do it.
No, Katie would never do it.
Well,
Sheena would do it because she's a flip-flopper, and it would make sense that she would do that.
Yeah, but
and,
Sheena
all of that would go
doing
well.
it then, because it doesn't make sense because she had the restraining order.
But the restraining order got dropped 3 months prior to this episode.
Oh, no, because this episode's 2 months after it.
It's 3 months after.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, and the restraining order got dropped, like, shortly after.
Oh, okay.
So, like, the restraining order's been dropped for a month.
Though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, yes, I agree with you. Had there not been a restraining order. But yeah, but to have Lala do it is just so bizarre. Or I could have even seen James Kennedy's, like, new girlfriend doing it. Like, trying to reach out to her. Being like, I feel bad for you. Like,
she would never, like, insert herself in the drama.
Like, why Lala? Like, why do that?
Honestly, now that we've gone over everyone, I feel like it had to be Lala.
Maybe they were like, if you're going to get re-signed for next season, you need to do this.
Yes. That's the only explanation that I can get for that, because it just makes no fucking sense.
But and then on Watch What Happens Live afterwards, she says, well, had I known she went on Bethany's podcast and, like, basically talked shit about Lala, I wouldn't have never called her. Okay.
All right. I mean,
I don't believe you, but okay.
No, it was silly. It was extremely silly.
It just didn't feel right. It felt wild.
Yeah. This whole episode was kind of like, I feel like not much happened. Like, that was really the only thing that really happened. Everything else was just kind of like catching up on we found out that Ariana is dating someone new who she met a week after the scandal broke. Interesting.
Yeah, like, probably not a good decision when you're going through something that traumatic, but I get it. They met at a wedding.
I mean, they've been together for a long time.
Who?
Her and her boyfriend.
They're still together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of a long time for what you would think would be like a rebound.
Definitely. Yeah. But he stuck with her, and I mean, they're long distance, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, I mean, there's not a lot happened in this episode. James Kennedy bought a house, which looks really nice.
Oh, yeah. Burbank is a good spot. Very close to the airport.
He has a pool.
There's a pool, yep. It's hot enough to where you want to go in the pool.
Yeah.
So good job, James.
Yeah, good on you. He's California sober, too.
Oh, yeah. What do you think about that? He's no longer drinking or doing any drugs besides smoking weed.
I think I'm not
all day, every day.
I'm not an expert on sobriety, but I have been told, like, there's a difference from being sober to being clean. Like, being sober is like you're not drinking alcohol. Being clean is like you don't do anything. But I feel like if you're alcoholic, I don't know. I think probably doing weed occasionally is okay.
I feel like it's a completely different vibe, but
yeah. But I think if you have an addiction problem, you should probably not do anything.
Yeah, and
it sounds like he has an addiction problem.
He says that he's smoking, like, pretty much all day.
Yeah.
Which is, lots of people do that. There's nothing really inherently wrong with doing that. But it's interesting because I feel like his alcoholism was based in, like, numbing and, like, hiding and all of that. And I feel like smoking weed all day kind of is similar.
He seems like he has, like, ADHD or something, and he's trying to regulate his ADHD.
That's very possible.
That's what it kind of feels like he's doing, whether he knows it or not. Like trying to like calm himself down. I don't know.
I don't know. Everybody's sobriety journey is different.
Yes.
No judgment.
But at least he's not drinking, because I really do think that's like his...
Oh my God, yeah.
His problem. I wrote in my notes when we were watching the episode that I'm proud of him. Sort of.
Yes. Very proud of James. Honestly, since the beginning of the show, he has changed so much for the better.
Yeah.
He is actually like a very nice, likable person now. Back in the day, he was going out to dinner with Max and calling him a fat ass. And like getting in arguments over splitting a salad.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Yeah. But the other person who I would say like kudos to is Katie. She looks hot.
My God. Katie with short hair is
It's
everything. It's
I don't
everything.
know who told her to get that haircut or if that came into her mind, but like she looks amazing.
Absolutely amazing. Like the winged eyeliner, short haircut, leather jacket combo.
We're getting into like our female dating era. It's an interesting time for Katie.
What was that in the preview? Like her and Tom Schwartz are dating the same person?
Yeah.
I vaguely remember hearing
know.
about that at the time, like through social media and stuff. Because it was Tom's roommate, I want to say.
Joe?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like
there was something
Joe,
happening
actually.
with Joe, but I don't know if this is that.
I think it's a different girl.
Oh, okay.
I think. And I think it's like a tease. Like, I don't think it's anything serious for one of them or both of them.
Oh, okay.
But
you think we got basically clickbaited with that preview at the end of the episode?
I think a lot of it is clickbaited, yeah. Like, it'll be interesting to see where the Sheena Tom Schwartz kiss situation.
Oh my gosh, yes. Let's talk about that. Sheena and Tom Schwartz made out in Vegas.
Nothing good happens in Vegas.
What is it with Tom Schwartz and making out with people?
He's a makeout whore.
This man loves to make out. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
I have. I was like that.
You were just making out with everybody?
Yeah, but I wasn't in a committed relationship.
Right, yeah, that's different.
I have made out with a lot of people. More than I can remember.
Oh my God, you should hang out with Tom.
You didn't make out with a lot of people in college?
I mean, what's a lot?
Oh, you were in a relationship.
I was booed up sophomore through senior.
Yeah.
But even freshman year, I don't know.
I remember going to frat parties and you start dancing with some guy and then they start looking at you and then you start looking at them and then you're like, oh yeah. And then they're just like, and you're like, oh. And then you start making out.
Thank you so much for walking us through that.
I remember that happened
wild.
at a go-go party where there was a frat party one time where they had girls in bikinis dancing as go-go dancers on boxes.
Like students?
Yeah. And I remember like
volunteers.
We were making out like against a box with a girl just like so cringy. So cringy.
Honestly, there's no way that Tom Schwartz has not been in that exact scenario.
You just want to feel some love. Like,
for
sure. He's a lover. He's a lab.
He's a lover. Oh my,
he's a little lab.
He is a lover.
He's a lover. But
Tom.
He couldn't love Katie. Or he tried. I don't know.
He tried, but he was so awful at it. Anyway, that was the first episode of Vanderpump Rules. We will continue to see how it plays out. Maybe we'll check in with future episodes, if anything big happens.
What are you most excited to see?
I'm honestly not super excited to see the Ariana-Tom drama continue playing out.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited to continue seeing Lala's growth as like a single mom. Yeah. Now that she's not with Randall. Like, let's be real, Randall.
Sucks.
Randall was not right for Miss Lala. So I'm interested to see what happens with her. What about you?
Yeah, I'm really curious what the hell is going to happen with the Sheena Tom Schwartz kiss situation, because Sheena on social media said like it didn't happen or something, or that's not what happened. but it seems like it did. So what's the deal there? I feel like when it happened, she must have cheated on her boyfriend that she married. What was his name?
Brock.
No.
O'Shea?
Yes.
Oh my God, this was that long ago?
That's what I think. I think it was then when she hated those, like, Katie and Kristen and Stassi, and, like, made out with him when they were in Vegas or something. Like, when would it have happened?
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
when
true.
she was single for a short window, but
yeah, but she was never single for long.
He was married.
Yeah. And he would make out with someone else while he was married, but I don't think Sheena would make out with someone else while she was married.
But she wasn't married to shit. I don't know. Maybe she didn't.
Or like while she was in a relationship. Like,
yeah.
I don't think she would make out with Tom Schwartz if she were in a relationship.
So that it happened when they were married, which is, to me, weirder. Because also I feel like Sheena was better friends with Katie at that time.
You're talking about, you think that Sheena cheated on Shay with Tom Schwartz?
No, I'm saying what you're saying is, like, the only time it could have happened is between Shay and Brock. But
she was dating several people throughout that.
Oh, so you're saying she did it then in a relationship?
No, I don't. I think that it must have been during one of her, like, random single times. I don't know. In the beginning.
That wasn't a thing, though. Oh, you mean
right after her divorce. After her divorce.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But before she started dating Tom or whoever that was, Ryan?
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird, though, because as the show progresses, like, there are blips where Sheena and Katie, like, have falling outs, but, like,
yeah,
they're hanging out more. So to me, it's even weirder if it happened later on than, like, in the first or second season, you know?
Yeah, that would be weird. I don't know. Very interested to see how that unfolds for sure. Anyway, what should we... Oh, high idea of the week.
Oh, what did we have earlier?
We didn't.
Yeah, we did. Hold on.
Wow, you know what? It only took 3 episodes for us to get so high that we forget our high idea.
No.
Yeah, we forgot it.
No, hold on. We had it at dinner, didn't we?
No. Oh, yes. Dove Pond.
Oh, Devil's Pond.
Devil's Pond.
Yes. Okay. See? Okay. What was the idea?
The idea was that, if you haven't heard of it, which you haven't, Tara Reid was in a movie called Devil's Pond, where she's on her honeymoon with her husband on an island, and he tries to kill her.
Okay, so Devil's Pond is about this couple that, like, meets very quickly. They get married very quickly, and they go on a honeymoon on his, like, island in a lake. Like, his island on a lake in the woods. They're there for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, Tara Reid's like, I think I'm ready to go home now. And then he was like, no, we're not going anywhere. And then basically it's a horror movie, and, like, she tries to escape him on the island. And so it was very triggering for me, I think, more than I thought as a child, where I was like, I'm never going to get trapped by no man.
Well, we see women get trapped at Devil's Pond every fucking day. Raquel was very much lost in the sauce. She was trapped in Devil's Pond. It seems James. Like she's gotten out of it. Yes, with James. Also with Tom, while she was in the affair, I would argue.
Oh, yeah, especially when she's crying and saying, like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, when she's crying in the reunion and saying, like, I only have Tom. I don't want to, like, betray Tom, and I don't want to, like, do this, but I don't want to also be telling his lies, you know?
Yes, exactly. She was lost in the sauce.
So
being at Devil's Pond, would you say? On Devil's Pond?
In Devil's Pond.
Being in Devil's Pond is basically when you are trapped in a toxic situation with a man, and you got to fight your way off that bitch.
Yeah. And I think it's hard when you're in a relationship. Like, I just finished reading It Ends With Us, which is the movie that Blakely Lively's going to be in.
Who?
Blake Lively.
Oh.
She's going to be a redhead.
Yeah.
Basically, it's about domestic abuse and, like, how hard it is to leave a relationship when you're in the abuse, note to self, like, don't rush into things, because you could end up in Devil's Pond. You could end up in a situation where it's going to be really hard to leave.
That's true.
So
be careful out there. That's our high vice.
High vice.
Advice.
High vice of the week. High vice of the week.
High vice of the week.
Because we didn't think of a idea.
Yeah, that's more of a high concept.
Yeah, and I would say, like, take your time.
Yeah.
Don't rush into things. And watch Devil's Pond, because it's wild.
Quote.
You're the best Tom when you're just Tom.
And you're the best Tom
when you're
just Tom. Don't rely on anyone else to complete you. You are the bad bitch all on your own.
You are one of one.
You do not need to be in the sidecar. You are driving the motorcycle.
Do not be in that sidecar.
Get the fuck out of that sidecar. It's not cute.
It's not.
It's not.
You want to ride the motorcycle. And don't let anyone else ride it for you.
Period.
I try to tell myself that every day.
Me too.
With a white helmet on.
And a matching white suit. And with that, should we... Oh, wait. Before we end it, we just want to remind you that we are on TikTok and Instagram. If you're listening to this as a podcast, we're also on YouTube. If you're watching it on YouTube, we also are a podcast. So we're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all of that.
And we are at High Girlies Pod.
At High Girlies Pod. Yep. Follow us.
Tell us what you want to hear from us. Like,
what do you want to talk about? Yeah.
What do you want to talk about, girlies? Because
what's really going on?
What is the tea, honey, bee? Because we'll break it down.
Absolutely.
We want to know. Comment below.
Yes. Okay.
I love you.
Love you too.
You did it. We did it.
We both did it.
I feel like it's been a long day.
Mm-hmm. It's been a long week.
Yeah.
Bye, girlies.